Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire, and I am not alone because this enigma here is Mr. Albert, and we're out on a brand new permission, and it's Albert's permission. We're on the edge of a very old village. The church is right there, but I can't show you it. We've got a couple of really big Georgian houses, farmhouses. There's a little stream at the bottom of the hill down here. I haven't done any research because we've literally just turned up. It's a friend, a guy that Albert knows, that got the permission. So we figured, let's give it a go. So I had to abruptly cut my introduction because that hole that Albert was digging in the background, he then started walking towards me. And he got himself in the shot, so we don't want to ruin the magic of Albert and his appearance and people finding out who he is. So that, folks, is a copper coin. It could be a bobby, which would be a Scottish sixpence, but it looks like it's got a bit of age to it. Maybe early Georgian. We'll do a clean up and get back to you. It is definitely a coin. It is pretty irregular in thickness and size. So I think at the most modern it's going to be George I, which put it sometime between 1714 and 1727. But it could be earlier. It could be all the way back to Charles I or Charles II in the 1600s. So it's a good start. And a coin straight away. Anyway, where was I? Albert has got a coin straight off the bat. Literally there, right next to the car. And, oh, he's coming again. Right, cut. Well, what a start. It's a half a coin. It looks like George II or George III. And there's a couple of letters on the outside edge for Georgios. But it is probably a halfpenny of George II or George III, looking at the shape of the coin. So there you go. I need to stop talking and get detecting. Okay, third time lucky. I'm not going to say any more. If you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button and help support the channel's growth. Right, let's go and see if I can find some coins. Let's go. Oh, we have some sunshine and we have a first signal. 71, 72. Oh, nice easy digging as well. Let's dig a little bit of a clod out of here. Nice, well-rotted stubble, or starting to be. Right, what have we got on the first? Taking me about 3 minutes. Just on the edge, I think. Right about there. Oh, well, there you go. We are on a coin on the first. Oh no, it's not. It's got a big hole in it. Might be a dog tag. Oh, it's not. It's a key. Well, there you go. Somebody's lost their front door key. First target. Not very old. Probably less than 30 or 40 years. Lovely. Another coin for Albert. 3 coins in 15 minutes. He said it was a 72, 74 readout. And I think it's going to be a turner. So an old Scottish copper tuppence. We'll give it a wee dry out and get back to you. See if we can get any ID. Very difficult to see with the light changing, but it is a turner. But it's a bit older than I thought. You'll see fading through a little rampant lion. And that means that it is James the 6th of Scotland, the son of Mary Queen of Scots. So he ruled from his mother's abdication in 1567, when he was, I think, 13 months old. And he ruled all the way through to 1625. He got the England job in 1603, and he became James the 1st of England, but he was also James the 6th of Scotland. On this side, which is toasty, there would have been a little bunch of thistles on there. Maybe you can just make something out, but I'm not convinced. But anyway, that is what it would have looked like. 3 little thistles on the other side. A lovely coin. So sometime in the middle to late 16th century into the beginning of the 17th century. And as I say, only 15, maybe 20 minutes in. Phenomenal. I've barely stopped filming. I just walked back to machine and he went, oh, I've got another one. So it definitely looks like another Turner again, not in quite good condition, or certainly the shape, but maybe we'll get a little bit more detail off it. Unfortunately, this one is pretty toasty. No obvious detail, but 100% it is a Turner. It's another Scottish twopence, and it's probably James VI, or Charles I, or Charles II. Maybe even William and Mary. So similar period, or maybe 100 or so years later than the last one. Phenomenal. Okay, another one for me worth filming. Doesn't seem massive. 61. There's a stone there, but we've just missed it. 61. So far I've already found a house, and I think we've got our first coin. Phenomenal. It's a brown one, so it's going to be cupronickel. Oh, and it would have been silver if it had been before 1952. No, 1947, sorry. And I think it's 1948. It's 1 shilling. Alright, let's do the clean-up and get back to you. This field is epic. It's a lovely little coin. You see the lion with the sword, the sceptre perched on top of the crown. You've got the George Cross of England, the Thistle of Scotland, 1 shilling. Fid Def Ind Imp, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. It is George VI, and he married a woman of Scottish ancestry who was born and lived very close to, well, in fact she wasn't born, but she lived very close to the place where we are just now, which is called Glamis Castle. It's probably only about 5 miles away from where we are. And yeah, George VI, 1 shilling, an old 12p, or 1/20th of a pound. Albert with a cracker, I just scanned it as well, 91.92, could be a silver. There's got to be silver in this field if we've found this much stuff just in the first few minutes or half an hour, then I'm sure there's going to be something good here. Is it silver or is it a bottle top? Could be Georgian copper as well. See if we can get Albert to do the silver dance. Oh no, it's a root. I thought that was a silver edge.
Coin.
Is it a coin? Ah.
Is it?
Well, maybe it isn't a coin. Oh, it is a coin. There you go. Another coin. Well, that's a shame. We thought it was going to be silver. It sounded very, very nice. Probably Georgian copper, but it doesn't look in the best of condition. Okay folks, what is this? Because to me it looks like the stem and the head of a thistle. It's about the size of a bobby, which would be the copper 6p, and then it looks like we've got a 1 and a 5 and then 2 other numbers over here. Now I don't remember ever seeing a bobby with the dates either side of the thistle. So does anyone recognise that? Can anyone see anything obvious on there? The other side unfortunately is toast. So I'm not 100% sure, but it could be James VI if it's 1500s, or his mother, Mary Queen of Scots. So if you know, comment below. Very interesting. Be interested to hear what you all think. Another coin for Albert. Albert's luck's run out. He just said, I've got a ring pull. This is nice. Oh, is that it on the surface? Is it a bit of aluminium? Ah, it is. Nightmare. Typical. You have no idea how many bits of aluminium that I have filmed. And then I don't film it, and it turns out to potentially be a coin. And if it is a coin, it looks to be reasonably old because it's quite thin. Right. Back to you in a moment. There we go, folks. Unfortunately, I cannot get enough detail to confirm what it is. I think there's an outside chance that it might be a bobby, which is a copper sixpence, but there's just not enough there for me to be 100%. But it is a coin, so either way, I'm over the moon. Another coin for Albert. Well, potentially. Oh no, it's not. No, it is. I thought it was a shank.
Something in the edge of that.
Yeah, it looks like there's something there, maybe. Oh no.
Is it?
Oh no. It's a button. Oh, shame.
Almost looked like a silver, didn't it?
It does, yeah. There you go, there's his wee button. So it does have a wee sort of pie crust round the edge. You can see, as Albert says, it kind of looks silvery tinned, maybe. And on the back, where the shank would have been, off centre. So it's probably 17, early 1800s. But still, it's a find. Now this was a tetchy wee signal. I just gave it one tiny little rub on that side, and I can see the remnants of some letters. Now, my good friend and occasional detecting partner, Simon, found one of these before, and I think this is a little game. It's got these multiple sides. What have we got? 6 sides, and it's a kind of a game that you play, and each side says something like, I can't remember, pick up 1 or take 2 or something like that, and it's a little game of chance that you play. I'll clean it up a wee bit more, see if we can get any more definitive detail off it. It is indeed what I thought it was. I looked it up online on Google, and it's called a put and take spinning top or gambling top. So apparently the idea was that it's like a spinning top. You see the little point there? You put a little pot in the middle of the table, and you put tokens or even real money in the pot to begin with. You spin it like so on a flat surface. You spin, and whatever edge it lies on, it would either say put 1, which is put another coin or token in the pot, or it would say take, and that then lets you take out of the pot. And I believe these are Victorian, so probably sort of 1850, 1900 kind of era. It's got a little riddled edge on the top here as well. I'll put up a picture of what one would have looked like. And Albert's also just put another coin in my hand, so he's on fire. That is Albert's coin, and despite giving it the old bendy thumb, unfortunately, just can't see anything that's going to 100% identify it. Almost looks like a 1-1 there, but I don't know if that's just the way it's corroded. It's a bit buckled, but it is a coin. And again, it's going to be at least George III, or earlier should I say. There's the church bell going. I did say we're right next to a church. For anyone who didn't believe me, it is out of shot. So yeah, could be 16, 17 or early 1800s. We've been going for probably about an hour and 45 minutes to maybe 2 hours at a push. The 2 o'clock chime on the church went off just a few minutes ago. And we've been saying to each other, with the amount of coins and things, there has to be silver somewhere. And I've just got the shout from Albert of a silver. It looks probably like a sixpence. And it might be, thought it was hammered at first, I bet you did, didn't you? It looks like it might be George V. Because I think I can just see VS and then V. Georgius V. There you go, you hold that and I'll get your hand wet. Zoom you in a touch. There you go. Oh, it looks like George to me. Think so. Beautiful.
Bit black, isn't it?
It is quite black. Might be full silver though.
1920, I think it is.
Oh, is it? So you just missed out then.
I think it's 1920.
Yeah, it is. 1920, and you can just see the lion coming through. Oh, it's as good as it's going to get, but the sun's just come out. You can see the lion, you can see the date 1920, and you can just make out the letter at the bottom, sixpence. So 1920, 10 years on the throne, Georgie Porgy, George V, and it's a silver sixpence. So there you go. 1920, I don't think it would quite get as a pint of beer, but not too far away. Lovely. First of hopefully many silver coins. My first piece of cutlery. A tip of probably a teaspoon, I'm guessing. There's a few little marks on the back there, probably electroplate. And yeah, probably Victorian or so in date. Nice. I gave it a little rub because I thought they almost look like hallmarks, and imagine when this was bright silver, because it would have been effectively dipped to give it the impression of being silver. If you saw those marks, you're probably going to think, oh, it's a real silver spoon. I think there's a lot of people who were being slightly dubious with these marks to try and fool people into thinking that they were getting real silver when they actually weren't. I think it's R, H and S, and then I think there's a little lion on there, which I think Sheffield. So there you go. It's a little bit tinny, just ever so slightly irony, but again I'm just going to film it because it could be something good with either on its edge or just a little bit of contamination next to it. Still in the hole. It's a bottle top. Oh, look at that. Oh, tell you what. Surely that's stainless steel. It's too shiny to be silver, I think. I think that's the back of a pocket watch. I would love it if it is silver. Right, I'll clean it up, see if there's any hallmarks. I think it is what we call a poor man's pocket watch. You see the two holes for winding, so it's definitely the back of a pocket watch. I think it's stainless steel. The only letters, numbers I can see on the back, 4485, and I would expect there to be some sort of hallmark on the inside if this was silver. It's a little blemish there. I think it's just a tiny bit of damage. So I think we're hallmarkless, and if this was silver, I think undoubtedly there would be hallmarks. So I'm going to go with stainless steel, but if I'm completely blind and you can see some, then let me know in the comments below. Well. We got another, what looks like a pocket knife. And it is. Looks like it's got a bit of a wood handle still attached. There's the hilt. There's the two plates in between would be the iron blade. And it's probably Victorian into the 21st century. Still, it's another find. How many times do I get it wrong? The answer is plenty. Plenty, but I'm digging a huge amount of holes. But we've definitely got a coin. Again, it's a bit buckled and bent. Possibly George V coming through there. But at least we're going to be able to identify it. Back to you in a moment. As initially suspected, it is indeed George V. Looking to the left, you'll see him fading through, 1910 to 1936, and at this point he is 5 years on the throne, and he's already at war with his cousin, Kaiser Wilhelm. 1915, so we're just into the early stages of World War I. 1915 was a big year. There was a sinking of a ship that was built in Glasgow on the Clyde, and it was called the Lusitania, and it was part of the Cunard line. It had been launched probably about 1905 or thereabouts. It was on a trip from New York to Liverpool, if I remember rightly, and just to the south of Ireland, close to its arrival back in England, it was torpedoed by a German U-boat, an untersea boat, or a submarine as we would call it in English. And there were about 2,000 passengers on board. I think there was something like 1,200 drowned. But amongst the 1,200 were over 100 American citizens. And it heightened interest in America for declaration of war upon Germany, which they did in 1917. But all those poor souls drowned. Well, I don't believe it. I think I've got another coin. Now it's clearly... Oh. Well, there's another target there as well. We'll look at that in a minute. Well, I don't need that actually. I can see it. Must have been on its edge. Oh, it's a button. Ah. Well, that explains it. It's got gilding in it. I thought that was a coin. Mind you, it was only a 72. It's got gilding on it, so it would have been quite fancy when it was first made, but it's the back half of probably a little domed military style button. Almost certainly late 19th, early 20th century. Right, I'll check out that other hole, and if it's good, I'll show you it in a minute. I'm actually going to do a live dig on this one. It sounds pretty decent. Very crisp and, dare I say, very coin-like. Bit stonier ground. Yeah, that sounds really good. If this is not a coin, well, I'm not going to say it. It's not a coin, I don't believe it. It's another... I was going to say it's a pocket knife, but it's not. I think it's a cover for a lock. Possibly for a door. Let's turn that off, get it out of the way. Yep, it is. It is the cover for a lock for a big front door, I think. And there is a little bit of charcoaly stuff on the inside, so I think it's probably been burned in a fire. But yeah, and there you go. Probably what, 19th, early 20th century. Well, it's still a find. Jam-packed with targets down here at the bottom of the hill. A bit jumpy. Thought it sounded a bit better than that to begin with. But we're out. What is that? Oh, that's it there. Is that another door related thing? I think it is. I think it's part of a key escutcheon. Who knows, might even match up with the other piece. Oh, dropped it. Ugh, where's it gone? If only I had a metal detector to help me find it. Oh, there it is. Right, that's the pocket knife, so it's not that bit I'm looking for. It's that bit. Yep. I would say that that is a perfect match. So, the two of them have been together, probably burned in a fire, I'm guessing. We catch up with Albert. He's got himself another turner, so another Scottish copper tuppence from the 15 or 1600s. Lovely. What's that? 3 you've had now?
Yeah.
Very good. Plus the potential 1 or 2 bobbies as well.
Yeah.
So clearly there's something going on here in the 15 or 1600s. Unfortunately broken, but it is another turner for Albert, another Scottish copper 2 pence. So there you go, busy wee place in the 1600s. And it looks like Albert's got another coin. Possibly a farthing, quarter of a penny. Yeah, it is. You can see Britannia there. Possibly Victoria. Yep, it is. A young head, Queen Victoria. Oh, in fact, is it the veiled head? Yep, looks like the veiled head. Quarter of a penny, comes from the old, I think it was Anglo-Saxon, firthling, which meant a quarter. And there is the old veiled head. Nice. Good little coin. You must be getting close to 10 now, Albert, I would think.
I think I've just found a musket that's been squished. Nice wee coin.
Yeah, lovely wee coin. And there in the background he also just said, I think I've got a squashed musket ball. And indeed he does. So there you go. Probably 17, 1800s.
Another one earlier on as well. Fired by the king.
Very good. Nice, yeah, definitely that has hit something, isn't it? Lovely. Here he is. He's just clapped his hands and he's, to be fair, he did shout first and say this is a good target. And he says he's got big silver.
It was going to be brass, eh?
Oh, if he hasn't half got big silver. What is that, a half crown? Or a florin maybe? Oh, it's a florin, I think. Beautiful. George V again, is it? I'll lend you my spray bottle. Fantastic. Honestly, this man is a jammy swine today, he really is. But it's your permission, so I'm glad it's turning out well. That's a beautiful coin. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Really nice coin.
It wasn't deep, it was screaming.
Not surprised. Now, is it pre-1920?
1911?
14. So there you go, 92.5% silver. Even the cows are happy, if you can hear that in the background. So there you go, 1 florin. Florin is, pretty sure it's 2 shillings, because a half crown's 2 shillings and 6pence. So I think it's 2 shillings, but if I've got that wrong, which I might have done, I'll put it at the top. 1 florin, 3 lions of England, here and here. You've got the rampant lion of Scotland, and then you've got the harp of Ireland. In the centre, I think that's either the Order of St George or the Order of the Garter, one or the other, can never remember. And 1914 outbreak of World War I. What a beautiful coin. Fair bit of wear on it, but George V on an absolute cracker. That'd get you a fair few pints in 1914. So if it's 2 shillings, that would be 24 pence, or a tenth of a pound and at the time, 1914, I think it was something like about 6p a pint. So probably 4 pints of beer. Beautiful. And 92.5% silver. Cracker. It was a wee tetchy one, and just out the side there has popped my first musket ball of the day. I haven't had a musket ball for a wee while actually. Usually reasonably common finds, but always nice to get. Has this one been fired? Or does it look like a drop? It looks pretty round. Nope, it's a wee bit disformed on that side. So yep, it's been fired. A lead musket ball. Could be, what, anything from 1600s to 1800s. But always love finding them. I'm barely back, and he says he thinks he might have another silver. Almost showed his face there. Oh, he would not be happy.
I don't know if it is silver, I'm not sure of that.
Looks silver to me, Albert.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it might be silver. Looks like part of a locket or something.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. It started there, it's got like wee holes in it.
Yeah. It's got the look, but yeah, I think it could be maybe some sort of piece of Victorian jewellery or something like that, part of a locket. Don't know, maybe, don't know if they're hollow or maybe they had stones in them or something, but yeah, I would say so. It's got the look anyway. Or in fact, you know what it could be? Could it be the top off a little salt?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A little silver salt cellar, you know, with a glass bottle. That could be what it is as well. I think it's silver though. I do think it's silver. Just has the look to it. Well, there you go. This man's on fire. Well done, Albert. And the Jethro Programme. Oh, and his brown sticky tape that's holding his head on his desk too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right, they might send me a new one.
Well, you never know, if you ask nicely. Here I am, I'm digging a hole. I've got a buttony sounding 51. And look, he's just shouted again, silver. I'm on the wrong line. Yeah, I think I was on this line earlier and I moved off it.
Pretty low, like, looks like a love token.
There you go. It's a silver. Albert's done it again. Definitely looks a bit love tokeny, as he said. Oh, it's got a stamp in the middle.
Is it?
Possibly LS. Maybe. Right, let's get the wee spray bottle out. I haven't needed to use it today, but you've nearly emptied it. There you go. Keep you in the sunlight. If it is a love token, it's probably going to be pretty smooth. See the letters I was on about?
Yeah.
Somebody's initials maybe. And there we go. Oh, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It would be if I got it in the camera. There you go. IS or LS. What do you reckon? L, I think. LS. Lisa Simpson. There you go. Lisa Simpson. If you recognise this, Lisa, get in touch with Albert. What is it? It's a 6p, I think.
It's like 6p, yeah.
6p stamped LS. It definitely is an old one. But you know what? They've done a pretty good job of smoothing it because I cannot see anything on there. Not a thing.
Maybe read some in here.
A few wee scratches, but other than that, I can't see much. So I would guess probably William III of England, William II of Scotland, which would put it sometime between 1688 and 1702. and you would take the coin, you would spend all day rubbing it smooth, you would bend these in opposing directions either side of the coin, give it to your love of your life. If she loved you, she would keep it. If she wasn't so keen, she would throw it away. So possibly Lisa Simpson,
On the market.
maybe wasn't quite so enamoured and chucked it away. But you never know. Beautiful, lovely find. And back then, a sixpence, wow, that was a lot of money. That was probably the equivalent of £50 to £100 in today's money. So he must have really liked her. Brilliant. What's that, 4 bits of silver for you? 4. Unbelievable. Back to my target. I did say it sounded buttony, and that looks like a tomback to me because it's only got a 50 something output. So I cannot see that being a silver coin. Be lovely if it was. But nope. It's a tomback button. George III period. Loop's broken. Nice though. Probably about 1800, 1820. We're just gone 4 hours. Best target I've had for a wee while. Are we out? Are we in? Are we somewhere in between? I actually thought that was it, but it's a stone. No, is that a bit of lead? It's a great big... Oh, what is that? Huh. Oh, that's weird. What on earth is that? Oh, it's got a little loop. Well, that is interesting. I want to say the word dodecahedron, and I don't know why, but that's coming to my mind at the moment is the shape. And I'm sure that is a copper alloy loop, and it is. What on earth is that? I have never seen or found, in fact never seen anyone find something that looks like that that's made of lead. What is it? A weight, surely, for suspension, but that is a lot of effort for a weight to mould it like that. Wow, that could be pretty interesting and could have a fair bit of age to it. That is a brilliant find. That was my find of the day so far, and I don't even know what it is. So if you know, comment below. This field is amazing. Albert, you know how we've been talking about gold coins? Well, I haven't found one, but I've got something weird. What do you reckon to that?
Right, I've seen that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's got a loop for hanging it.
Yeah.
Is it a weight?
That's old.
I think that is old.
That's old.
But why on earth would you make it that shape? That's a lot of work to make a mould for lead that's shaped like that. It's weird, isn't it? What do you reckon?
I've seen similar things like that before, but they were in bronze. And they were... they date way back, like... What?
Interesting.
I also got that old bit of lead just down there, which is a funny bit of lead, isn't it?
That is a funny bit of lead, yeah.
And it looks old as well.
Yeah, part of some sort of decorative moulding or something. Yeah, interesting. Brilliant. This field keeps on giving. That was my little lump of lead, and I've just scouted out around the area. I got a pretty tetchy little 80 something. Oh, it's a button. I thought that was a coin. That's a big readout for a button. Must be a chunky one. Oh, well, there's a bit of an imprint there, but there is something going on there. Wow, nice button. Silvered, possibly Some sort of livery or military button. Right, some gentle cleaning required. Then I'll get back to you. That is as much as I'm willing to do in the field. Dotted lines. A hand, which I think they call that, is it an argent hand? And then you can see they're grasping what looks like 3 arrows. And then there's a pair of wings coming off. Maybe 2 arrows. And then something at the top as well sticking up. Oh no, in fact that's the other wing. So possibly a livery button. Usually these are made in London on the Strand. And it's probably from sometime in the 19th century, sometime in the 1800s. Often a family, a wealthy family, would have their symbol or coat of arms put on all the buttons, which were worn by all the footmen, all the people who worked on the estate, and they would wear waistcoats and jackets which had the family crest or family coat of arms. So if anyone recognises this, then let me know. That is a really nice find. I haven't had one of these for quite a while. Over the moon with that. I was pretty sure it was, and it is a coin. Oh, it looks like a penny. Is there any detail? It's looking pretty toasty. Okay, back to you once it's dried out. It's very toasty, but it is Queen Victoria. So you'll see her young head fading through. So sometime between 1836 and probably about 1885, 1890. Although she did rule till 1901. I'm down to 3% battery, but Albert has got himself another silver. I think I must have my silver setting turned off today, Albert, because I'm not having any. Oh yeah, you can see the actual face. Alright, don't want to soak you because the wind's blowing right at you. Not that that really did very much, but George V again. It's a 3p, or as Carol would say, who pulled me up at the Scottish Rally, it's a 3p, John, not a 3p. What can I say? But it is another silver coin. You are on fire, Albert. 1920. So unfortunately only 50% silver. But, what's that, 5 bits of silver?
5. Yeah.
5 bits of silver for Albert. Beauty. George V, 1920. Phenomenal. A little bit of a premature end to the video, unfortunately. And also my cockerel making an absolute racket. The sun is out again. It's another glorious day in Perthshire. Never work with animals or children, apparently. But yeah, a premature end to a really, really brilliant day. As I'm going to kill that cockerel. As I alluded to in the video, I was just struggling with battery. Okay, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? I haven't strangled him, don't worry. I just put some food out for him, which will hopefully keep him entertained for a few minutes. He gets these wee spells where he suddenly wants to show off and make a racket. Anyway, what a day. Unbelievably good day. Albert's new permission is phenomenal. I've since done a little bit of research on the church, and although the church is 19th century in date, apparently it's built on the site of a much older church. So that would probably explain the 15 and 1600s coins. We had a phenomenal day. No silver for me, but Albert actually ended up with 7 bits of silver. So I don't know what went wrong with me. Just wrong place, wrong time. But Albert had 6 silver coins plus what looks like a silver lid off of a salt cellar, or a little thing for pouring salt on your food. Really, really fantastic day. Albert ended up with 22 coins in total, and 7 of them were from the 15 and 1600s. So you can't complain about that. For a wee change, let's go and have a wee look at the light box and my best finds from today. So this is the extent of the best finds of the day. A few finds turned up after the camera went off, but down here you'll see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins for me, so way short of Albert, who got, I think it was 22 coins in total. Got this after we were on camera, which is a little lead boss, probably attached to leatherwork, probably something horse related, I'm guessing, and date wise probably sort of 19th or early 20th century. I did like the little put and take toy. First time I've ever found one of these before. Apparently they were in use right through until around about the World War I era. It was quite a popular toy for the soldiers in the trenches of World War I to play, apparently. I'm sure that was frowned upon. Also, after the event, I got this military button, which has got the unicorn and the lion on it there, you can see, which will be World War I or World War II era. The pocket watch case, sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of this. Pocket watch case is definitely not silver, or if it is, I cannot see any hallmarks on it, and if it was silver, I think they would be hallmarks. So I think we've got a poor man's pocket watch there, stainless steel. Also got this, I'm calling it the mustache, because that's kind of what it looks a little bit like. Some sort of mount or decoration, possibly horse related. I mean, it's very, very thick, so I don't think it's going to be furniture, but I think it's brass or bronze or some sort of copper alloy. Musket ball, I got a thimble as well off camera, which again is probably sometime in the middle 1800s through to 1900. Quite common find in the fields. But the star of the show is this lead star, complete with copper alloy fitting, purpose unknown, but I'm guessing because of the loop it's going to have been for suspension. I don't know. A weight for weighing goods. A couple of people have suggested maybe it was something that was used in a river or a stream as a weight, maybe for a fishing net to try and hold it down, which is why it's got the points on it. I really don't know. I cannot find a parallel online, so I'll be interested to see what you all think. But either way, a fantastic, what were we out for, about 5 hours on the new permission next to the old church. So as ever, let me know your thoughts on the finds. An absolutely epic day, and just really, really brilliant. I think I got another 2 or 3 coins after the battery ran out on my phone, and if we'd have kept on going, I'm sure we'd have kept on finding stuff. So absolutely brilliant day, amazing day, and that's just one of about 20-25 fields that farmer has. So I'm sure we will be back there sometime very soon. Now, if you've got any ideas about that lead, I know it's not a dodecahedron, but I just like the name. It's a star. We're going to call it a lead star. But as you saw, it's got a copper alloy suspension loop on it, and I cannot find what it is. It's been in the ground for quite a long time because it's oxidized and it's turned white. But if you know, then let me know. If it's medieval, then I would be absolutely over the moon with that. But it is, I reckon, something quite special and my find of the day. So as I say, if you know, comment below. So as ever, thank you all for watching. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please hit the button and help support the channel's growth. A little thumbs up, a little bit of hype as well would be much appreciated. So thank you for Albert for having me on his new permission, and thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all soon, and until then, take care and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.